speech pathologist by training. I got my undergraduate degree at Marshall University and my graduate degree at University of South Carolina. And I have been doing this kind of work in one way or another since 1988. I just love working with young children and their families. Call and make a referral to Birth to Three in West Virginia. There's a 1-800 number. So we get referrals from grandparents, parents, aunts, doctors, hospitals, daycare providers, and just people that have concerns. Fisher to do is to help to continue along the developmental lines so that he can play a little bit more purposefully, and when he plays, he learns. And so we want him to learn more and then be able to communicate more specifically. And he is telling me in the period of 2 months, he continues to make gains on a weekly basis, especially in the area of what I think is his social skills, because he's smiling so much more and looking forward to interactions and getting a little bit more outside of his toys and more interested with people in his family. And he's moving so much now, which as most parents know, once their children start moving around, their world gets a lot bigger and they learn a lot more, a lot faster. So just by the virtue of where he is in his development, he's making a lot of progress, and even just the past 2 months. The referral is made. The family will be contacted by what's called the interim service coordinator, who will go to the home and make an interview. And while they are at the home, the family will choose practitioners to come and evaluate their child. Then over the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, the practitioners will come to the home to do the evaluation, and then we will meet again to determine eligibility. That is, does their child actually need help, or do they qualify? And also to see what the goal is. We formulate an individualized family service plan, and that is a determination of where the child is now, what the parent would like to see the child doing in the next 6 months to a year, and then how we're going to do that. Transition out. Good job. Just sat down. We'll transition out of Birth to Three by the day before their 3rd birthday. So children may be in the program from the time they are born, if they are born with a qualifying condition such as Down syndrome or cerebral palsy. Once they get released from the hospital, then they might be transitioned to Birth to Three and stay until they are 3 years old. Many times, though, we don't get children in the program until they're about 2, when parents notice, he should be talking and he's not. So we have a lot of kiddos that are in the program from about 2 years of age till 3. And at that point, if the child has achieved a point where he is pretty close to where he should be with his age level, they either will graduate and not need any services, or if they need continued services, they'll be transitioned to early intervention for the 3 and up. That in very young children under the age of 3, they learn in very short periods of time during the day. And that usually takes place in those times during the day when they're interacting with their parents. So our goal in Birth to Three, or early intervention at this age, is to help the parents take the most advantages of those what we call learning moments during the day, so they can support their child many, many times throughout the day, rather than how we used to do it several years ago. The child would come to the clinic and they would say bye-bye to mommy, and they'd come and do therapy with the speech therapist or the OT or the PT, and then after a half hour or so, they'd go back to mommy. And you just had 30 minutes a week, or maybe 30 minutes 2 times a week of learning. With Birth to Three, the parents take over and make sure that their whole life is a learning experience for their child.